Hello, hello. Welcome back. This is making sure everything's muted. Part 3 of my process videos for making miniatures. I am Kana, and we're working on this rogue that I completely forgot to load up. I knew I was missing something. Hold on. So, where we left off last week was we got our basic pose done, but as you might notice, there's some issues happening. So the goal today is to finish the pose, posing the hands and the face, and fix any of this overlapping issues, and then add fold details. That's the goal for today. There's the cat. Right here. See this cat? See this cat? So I think the first thing we're gonna do is work on the hands. Hi, Spoons. Alright, so we're gonna get started with the hand posing, because honestly that's, once these hands are gripped around the daggers here, it's gonna make this look so much better. Just so much better. So we're gonna hop into our T-pose mesh, which again is in the Z plugin up here. You can go to Transpose Master and hit T-pose mesh. And then just turn on polygroups, and we'll start with this hand. So this is a retopoed mesh that I made. That, oh god, this elbow. Let's calm this elbow down a little bit. Not that you'll see it, but oh my gosh, it was wild. It was wild and out. So it makes it easy when you have like nice loops, which I need my lasso brush on. When you have like a nice loop to select. But I'm making manual polygroups for these fingers. And sometimes the selection doesn't get the right select, so I'll go into the Z modeler brush and get the mask and poly loop. And because I have nice polygroups or poly loops on my fingers, I'm easily able to select specifically what it is that I want, and then I can look at that. So I'm making polygroups of the fingers so that they're easier to select later once they're all like bunched up together. So I don't have to put too much effort. And we'll do the same with this hand as well. Oopsie. Oopsie. Get that one in there. And I'll go ahead and do the thumbs as well. Though I don't care about them as much. Sometimes, you never know when you might need to specifically select the thumb. Usually they're pretty easy, but I guess better safe than sorry when you're doing like a fist shape pose or something like that, which is often the case with D&D minis. They're gripping something usually, and I hate it. It's like my least favorite hand pose. It's so uninteresting to me. So anyway, here we have them, all my fingers in nice little poly groups. So the first thing I want to do here, oh, what is this? Oh, okay, that's what that is. So I want to actually grab the whole hand. And I also want this part, but not this part. Because I want to rotate the wrist just a smidge. We're going to rotate it to kind of match this blade. Because I like the blade positioning. I like the blade positioning quite a lot. I mean, I might adjust, like I might have to slide it down a bit. So I'm just trying to get the hands to kind of match the blade. Oh, I can't put it there because it's not straight. I was like, yeah, let me select the end of the handle here, so slide it down, and then I'll wait a minute. It curves. No, I don't want that. There we go. That should be fine. That should be okay. We'll deal with the other one later. Alright, so I'm gonna move this middle one first, I think. I really have no actual rhyme or reason for which finger I start with. It kind of just really depends on the excuse me. It kind of really just depends on the pose that I'm working on and how extreme it needs to be. Extreme hand poses. Extreme. Extreme. Alright, so I'm going to select what I'm assuming to be the first knuckle joint. It doesn't really matter. One of the things that when I re-topoed this mesh for the fingers, one of the things that I just decided not to care about was where the knuckle joints were and how many there would be, because this is a really cartoon character. It's very cartoony, and oopsie, I hit backwards on my timeline. Okay, we're back. I would rather just kind of model in a knuckle after the fact than worry about where it is and then like needing to bend the finger at a different spot just to fit the object they're trying to hold. Like I would just rather not. I would just rather do it post. So I just made sure there was enough geometry on the finger in the first place, and then I can manipulate it later when I'm posing. Okay. So then I'm gonna... Oops, I need to deselect everything. And then we are going to select this finger. And then we're gonna move this one over here. We'll pull it up just a little bit. I'm gonna leave it at kind of an angle, because like your hand goes in an arc. So it depends on how stylized you want to be with the thing that you're making. But I try to keep the hands as natural as I can. So like your hand is in an arc. It's a semicircle shape. So I try not to make things super flat and even, because then it can end up looking really stiff. Which, you know, like in some stylized cases, like there's some artwork out there where the hands are incredibly boxy and it looks really cool, but usually the rest of the model is also, or the art or whatever is also incredibly boxy and angular. So it fits. You just want your hand pose to also match whatever style you're going for. Okay, And then we gotta get the little pinky in here. Come here, little guy. The other issue I usually have with these hands that I've made is that the fingers are almost all exactly the same length. So it can make trying to create natural looking hand poses a little bit more stressful because they're not naturally shaped hands. So it's a interesting balance I have to deal with. Completely self-inflicted. I could have done it differently, but I wanted like the Zootopia hands, you know, like that's what I was trying to go for. Maybe one of these days I'll get there. I'm just gonna move this. Ah! Topological wasn't on. Okay, so let's kind of look at what we've done here, which is made a mess. So I'm gonna kind of hide the knife for a second. Cause I want to smooth in here. It got kind of wonky. And then I'm going to fake some knuckles. But then I also want to come back in here and inflate a little bit because there's no need to have whatever is happening in here be anything other than geometry collapse on itself. It's completely irrelevant now that it is hidden. Alright, so I could go a couple ways with this one, where, you know, you could have the thumb out on the, like, on the edge over here. I can, like, you know, pull this joint up and back so it's, like, along the edge of the blade or something, but I am gonna curl it. I think I am gonna curl the thumb around into more of a fish grip shape. Grippy shape. That's what we're gonna go with. So the thumb's incredibly mobile, so I often just break the hand to get a shape that I want. Sometimes I wish ZBrush had a save select visibility set. So like I could hide everything easily and then select stuff and then come back to my saved selections or whatever. But it doesn't. It doesn't have that. I actually don't even know if there is any software that does do that, but it would be nice. I can go in and fix the palm of the thumb. I'm gonna pull that up after the fact. Oops, I don't need inflate. I want my move brush tool. We will move this. I'm gonna inflate a little bit. I'm also gonna take, so now that these are all messed up, I'm just gonna take this one, double check that it is the only one selected. I have a bunch of claws on this layer. Oops. I forgot to invert. There we go. Just kind of putting the claws in place here. I just don't want any, you know, little sharp pokey bits sticking out randomly, because all those create islands, and you need to support the islands, and nobody's got time for that. Nobody's got time. You know, I do pay a guy to do my supports for me because I'm really bad at it. I'd rather them be like professionally done than me pretending like I'm really good at the auto support button. Cause that's not. Alright, one hand done, on to the next hand. It's not the worst looking hand. It's also not my favorite looking hand. I wonder if it'll... hide that real quick. I'm just gonna move some stuff around. You know, it kind of looks like she's doing this thing, but I don't really like that. So I think I need to move. It's the thumb. Remember when I said that sometimes I don't polygroup the thumb? And I'm glad I did this time. Just trying to make sure that, nope. Can I smooth this enough so that it... No, I want these two. If you select the seam point between two polygroups, you'll get just that as a selection. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Just being nitpicky about this area because hands are really important. even though like it's small, it adds so much to a model just to have the hands like posed in a way that makes sense. Alright, that's a little bit better. Now we have it. It's a bit... I think I had it too on the middle finger, and it needed to be between the two where it hits. Because if I do this, that's kind of where my thumb is resting. So now we get to do this other hand. So exciting. Let's do it again. So we're gonna start with, I'm gonna select the wrist because I want to bend this a bit. I might have to adjust the dagger a smidge, but it'll be okay. Select that bit, but not that bit. We will invert. Just gonna... Alright, so we will bend the wrist. Yeah, because like there's no way the hand's making it here. We're gonna have it like this, though, I think. Can't bend your hand that far. Like if it was thumb side, yeah, sure, but it's not. Well, actually, I think thumb side's worse. It's hard to bend your hand in. Like you're more than welcome to break your character's bones as long as it looks cool. That's really the only limiting factor. It still has to look good within reasonable believability. Alright, so we'll just kind of move this here, I think. And up this way. We're gonna go up this way. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Just want it to be a little bit more parallel here. Alright. So I think I kind of really like the idea of making the hands supposed to be like this, because if I remove the daggers, it would just look adorable. It's like not fierce or ferocious, but cute. I don't know why I'm getting a kick out of that right now. But so I think we're gonna do just like the same pose with this hand, but you know, on the left instead of the right. Also, see, this is what I need to reselect the hand. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Let's do it this way. And again, we'll start with the middle this time. Oops. Invert that. And we'll move. We'll move this over here. And then we'll lasso that off and bend this one. This down. Trying not to yawn. It's just been one of those weeks. So I apologize if I am sounding tired or yawning a lot, because it's not that I didn't get sleep. It's just been overcast and cloudy for weeks, so I feel chronically tired. Alright, so we'll bend this one down. Pull that out. And then I think maybe we will make this a little bit different. Oh. Just leaving a kind of an angle here. Ooh, need to move that. Like this. Is this gonna work with smoothing on? No, we're just gonna do the fit. I can't because it's curved. That kind of pose works really well with like if you got a staff or a really long sword or something like that, where you have the index. But she's very much gripping the dagger here. We're going to alright, then we got the claws. We gotta fix these, double check. Make sure I'm not selecting anything else. I'll rotate that in. Same for this. And this one, I think I'm just gonna move it down just a smidge. Just like that. Alright, so we're gonna fake some knuckle joints here. Just gonna pull these out. And like so. This one. Kind of smooth them a bit. I mean, like, so if this wasn't a curved blade, I could probably do that thing where like the thumb is on this, but it bends back so much that it would just be kind of weird looking if I did that. I feel like it would be anyway. Let's not look at the wrist. I feel like the need to fix this. It kind of really bothers me. Kinda. I'm just gonna select all of this. I'm gonna hide that. Oh, I see what happened. Let's I'd rather rotate this thing than have the wrist be so bendy. Because this is just leather. It's not like it's some metal cuff. Like, it's gonna bend. Not that your forearm bends like this. That's not a thing that happens. But yeah. I think I will take this and maybe bend it a little bit back. Have a bit more of a line here. And then I want to do it this way. Kind of put a slope on the hand here. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Now that she's got her hands curled up, daggers in place. I think I do want to have this blade actually touch the arm though. And that's only because it's gonna snap off. And I know this to be a fact of life. It'll probably snap off and I'll be very upset about it. After it prints out. Nope. Alright, so we're gonna get out of T-Pose Mesh, so we'll go to the Z plugin and hit the T-Pose sub T button, and it will move all the stuff that I have moved. Yay, moved it. Do-do-do-do. Alright, so now we have this overlapping fabric issue, and there's a cat that just jumped up on my lap. It shouldn't be poking through. So we're just gonna go through and kind of fix all of these issues here. Like, what even is this? What even is this? Ooh, I don't need symmetry on. Uh-oh. Okay, it only really messed up that one thing. Just using the smooth brush to move these out. Gonna hide this thing. I might pull that in. Yeah, I think I would rather pull that in. Because I'm gonna have to lift up that whole shoulder anyway. And then we'll pull this out so that there's a nice edge around this whole section here. Are these attached? They are. Okay. Turned off topology so that I could properly move this around. I need to mush. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna add like 2 loops in here. Where the like armpit area is, because I need to manipulate this a little bit more accurately. I can't add loops in or any geometry in on the when you're doing the T-pose mesh. Wow, the thing we were just doing, you know, that thing, because it will break since it's all based on vertex order. So it's very difficult to kind of accurately move geometry around if I'm gonna fix the 2Bs later. And there'll be a fold here. And one thing I can do with these is maybe I can split these off and inflate them a little bit, and then use it as a boolean cut instead. Because I've been doing that on some of my other cat models, and I really like how it looks. For some squiggly details, but it is kind of like her only squiggles. I might give some squiggles to her shirt too, or her hood maybe. So we'll see. I was just working on a very ornate cat wizard, and so this looks very plain compared to the wizard I was just working on. As far as like the little squiggle details go, she's got like this whole thing happening. It looks cool. We'll see. Yeah, I might do it on the shoulders. Okay, so that looks a little bit better now that her shoulder area has been fixed. But now we gotta go in here and we're gonna add some loops. Add a few loops in here to bend this a bit. Just gonna center in there. Just gonna bend this. I want a mask, so I'm going to get the Z modeler brush and we'll go to mask and edge loop complete. We will then move this down. Just, you know, I also want to mask this loop and this one, I think. And then move these down. Because, you know, gravity is a thing. I want to make sure gravity exists. I'm going to smooth it out a bit. Because these are pretty poofy sleeves. Gotta love a poofy sleeve. Nope. So now the question is, should she have elbows? Because to me this is part of her shirt, and I'm not gonna want to put a lot of wrinkles or folds. Excuse me. Well, I could add wrinkles in here. It might look weird though. Because I could see from, like, say you bought this mini and you printed it out and you were going to paint it, you might just think that that is skin. Like, the sleeve ends in here, right? And this is just a regular elbow. Which is totally fine, but then I'd want there to be a cuff here. So now, I'm thinking I would just rather do that then. Delete. I'm gonna delete polyloop. We're gonna get rid of these. And then we'll crease this. And I want to mask it as well, because we're gonna have to move it around. And I think I'm just gonna cap this. So we're gonna close convex hole, get pizza slices, and then I'm gonna crease edge loop complete. So we should get this, and then I will move this to kind of look like it's fitting around here. But then we gotta fix her elbow. Ugh, okay. Her elbow's a mess. Her elbow's a mess. Look at this mess. Okay. Ooh. That's not how bones work. Alright, that doesn't help. I'll be able to like clean the elbow up once I've actually added subdivision levels to this. Right now, there isn't any. It's all dynamic. I'm gonna move the hand. Alright, not the worst thing. Not the best thing, not the worst thing. So we're gonna do that over here as well. Where I'm just going to mask this bit here, and we'll move it in. And then we'll close it. And then kind of mush just a bit. I also want to make sure gravity is enabled here. And we're gonna mask these loops. Kind of do this. Oh, that turned out way better than rotating. It turned out way better than just translating. It's okay. There we go. So now our sleeves and elbows look better. This elbow is also a mess. Such a mess. Not as big of a mess as the other one. Alright. This has been bothering me for a while now, so I'm gonna just move her eyebrows. This way. Oh, that's right. I remember what I was gonna do with her outfit now. I'm gonna make it not be a weird mess. We're gonna kind of smooth out some of this stuff. Because I don't want it to be a lumpy mess. I do want to maybe slide. We're going to select a point with the Z-Mauler tool, and we'll go to slide. And it's based off your brush radius. I'm just going to make it, try to make it even with the back. The back is a little bit thinner, like this. Because then I want to add in a loop. I'm gonna add in a loop here, here. All right, so we have our, I made some loops. I'm gonna crease all 3 of these loops. Crease, crease, crease. And then we'll mask. Kind of really like this crimson color. That's, I have selected the wrong thing. No. Mask, edge loop complete. That's what I did wrong. So it was masking all of the edges of this poly loop, not the other way. So I'm gonna invert, and we'll get our gizmo out. I'm gonna hold Control and slide it so that it is sunk in. Now she has, oh, I have not capped this yet. We're gonna close holes here, in here. And then we'll go get rid of this. And I'll pull this out a little bit. We got a lot to fix with her pants area. There's a lot going on. I also am not sure about what I want to do with this. Because I kind of want to twist everything. Hold on. I need this just to be thicker. This is annoying because, like, I just really don't want this weird gap in here because this detail is so small that you won't really have to deal with this, but like I want it to feel like it is moving. So I might just move this to meet it. That doesn't sacrifice much of anything. Here we go. Moving some stuff around. Alright. So that's taken care of. I'm like 90% okay with the pants, except for the back end here. I am gonna do some folds. I'm not sure which folds, but some folds will be on the pants. And then I'm thinking, and I should have done this. I should have done this a while ago, but I kind of want to do some detailing on the hat. Now that we're here, I want to do detailing on it. Of course I do. But it's okay. I can work non-symmetrically. That's fine. I totally can do that. So we're just gonna get our topology brush, and we'll just draw some lines. It'll be okay. Nothing bad can happen, right? So now I turned on the laser for the cat. So if you hear some pitter patter in the background, that's just Susie. She loves the laser. Okay, so I think I like this. So we're gonna go to our designated brush size. It's 3.7 that I have arbitrarily set as the correct size for this entire project, and we will make tubes. So I'm going to split, nope, cancel. Split unmasked points. And while it looks cool black, it's not gonna be black. We'll move this down here. I just want to move these. Do I want? Is that what I want? Do I just want to move these all down? I don't like it. I don't like it. We're going to this is okay. What I'm gonna do here is oh, you know what I can do? That's gonna be way easier. Let's just go back to this. And I'm gonna delete this whole layer. Alright, so I'm going to change this stuff. We're gonna just draw a line here. And I'm gonna cut all that off because I don't really like that. And I'm holding Alt to get rid of the lines here. I should probably do like a whole video explaining how the frick this curve tool works, because it is pretty complicated. Alright, I think that's gonna be better. I just didn't like the lines going all the way down the hood. You know? Alright, so we'll go back to our tube, set our brush size, and click on the curve. Then I will split unmask points. So now we're kind of back to where we were. I'm gonna fill that with yellow. And I'm gonna Z remesh this. Oh, you're not. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna Z remesh stuff. And then I will fix things. We'll fix things. This is kind of a mess. Okay, so we're going to go into geometry. Opens up all this stuff. Again, if you hold shift, it's gonna open up all, you're gonna have multiple trays open at once, which is nice. So I was just holding shift when I clicked on it. So I'm gonna Z remesh. I'm gonna drop it down to 1. And I'm gonna put adaptive size to 70 because I want it to hold its shape a little bit better. So by default it's at 50. So now we have significantly less geometry to worry about. Before it was here. So less geometry, smoother it is. So I'm gonna taper off some of this stuff. Just smoothing it. So I need to combine these. We're going to delete polyloop. Need to make sure that everything is deleted. And then we'll delete that too. We're gonna bridge. No, bridge 2 holes. That's actually gonna bridge between 2 things. And I'm gonna get rid of some of this geometry here. So then I need to do that over here as well. Now this got really weird, actually. I think I'm gonna delete all this because it's just a square. And I don't want it to be a square. I want it to be, oof, not that. We're gonna delete a single poly because I don't want. And then we'll delete polyloop again. And I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna rotate it a little bit. I'm gonna make an angle here. And then we'll bridge 2 holes, just selecting 2 edges. I hard crashed ZBrush just now. No save, no pass go, no collect $200. It didn't even bloop at me. Wow. Well, let's see how much work I lost. I gotta reset up my project. I use the 3D Character Workshop project, which you can actually download for free. I don't have the link here, but if you just go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com, I believe is the website, and you can download the UI and this these and brushes all for free just to sign up for the newsletter. It didn't even bloop. Spoons? Hey, the cat's back to a sphere. Its natural state. Okay, let's see where quick save. Let's see where we left off with quick save here. Please. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I love how random quick saves are. It's like stuff from actual months ago and then stuff from yesterday. And I'm not sure why it, like, where it decides that it wants to save something for a long time. I am unsure. Okay, well, everyone, we got. Okay, so back to the hat. Where are we at? I'm gonna. You know what we're gonna do, and this is probably. Oh, hold on, we're gonna duplicate this, and I'm gonna apply subdivisions, and then we're gonna draw on it. I forgot about the cat ears, though, actually. I was supposed to be wearing them. But I forgot. I forgot a lot of things. I forget a lot of things. No, why are you like this? Zebra, stop being weird, please. Oh, I know why. Because I didn't freeze my subdivision levels. So it was like freaking out every time I would draw on this. Alright. And I made a copy of this so that I would have a better surface to work on. We're gonna split on mass points. And I'm gonna Z-remesh. Gotta reset this stuff. I'll turn adaptive size to 70 again. And turn this down to 0.1. So the reason why the crash happened is because ZBrush didn't like something I was doing. So whatever process I was doing in the conditions that was happening, it didn't like. And there's a good chance that it crashed because autosave started up while I was trying to do an intensive process, and it just couldn't. It just couldn't do it. And it crashed instead of saving, which is ironic. In this case, the crash that happened hasn't happened to me before, so I can't pinpoint exactly what it was other than the bridge tool. I was using the bridge tool, and it didn't like that I was using the bridge tool. Alright, this is a lot better. I really don't like how unsymmetrical it is, but what am I gonna do? Yeah, I know what we were working on. It was the tube. I was bridging two things together, and it was like, no, actually, you can't do that. That's illegal. That's illegal in ZBrush land. Alright, we're gonna dynamic that. And then I'm gonna inflate it a little bit. Just a smidge. And then I wanna delete this one. Delete. And then... Alright, so we got our low poly one. So now, the last two things on the list are adding fabric folds and doing some facial expressions, which might take me a while, because I kind of want her to look crazy. But I haven't been successful with doing that kind of thing yet. So we'll give it another go. If not, we're just gonna give her a nice smile. You know. The craziest one I can think of. So we're gonna start with her shirt, which I need to finish capping off, because you don't want open edges like this. You're not gonna have a good time later. I'm gonna smooth that out. Fill in everything. So I'm gonna apply my subdivisions, and which is already to 5, but it's not. This is really low geometry, so I just like to use the Clothful default brush, so that's what I have here. But it's still pretty low geo, so I'm gonna divide it one more time. So now we're up to 324,000 vertices. Let me get a much smoother line here. Not that I don't exactly want a crease here. So I want it up here. We'll use the brush for this. I guess. Just trying to bunch up the fabric. Make this a little bit bigger. Around the shoulder here. And I'm not worried too much about a lot of things actually, but I just want to get some basic folds in. Normally I don't bother to pinch folds. There are several stylized styles where you would go in and you might pinch the folds like this and blend them out. But I can't get that consistent, so I don't do it. Even though I don't hate how it looks. There might be a few occasions where I'll come in with the pinch brush and try to really hammer in an area if it's like really foldy, but in general, I rather the fabric look softer because it's a nice contrast to the other hard edges that I have on my model. So like all these hard edges that I'm leaving in here. So let's go to the other side. Then this one I want to have it kind of bunched up down here. I don't know what's happening in here. I'll lower the geometry a bit and kind of smooth this area out because I am uncertain. And then we'll move this back up. I also want to add in some bunches in front here. The geometry right here doesn't want to let me fold very well. So sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I will go into Dynamesh, or you could use the Sculptress, which I need to play with. I bunched up too much fabric here. But sometimes I'll like Dynamesh it if I need unique folds in an area that I'm maybe having trouble getting the geometry to work with me. Because the problem I have with subdivision levels is they they don't like me. I'll add subdivisions and then I start sculpting on it, and then it seems like I have to keep adding more and more subdivision levels in order to get the geometry flow that I want. And I don't have time to sit here and specifically add in topology for folds that I don't even know if I'm gonna like. Like, do I really want the fold there? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I want. I just kind of, you know, do what I think feels right, you know, with folds. Because it all depends on the pose. I might change the pose. I might decide I don't like the folds the way I made them. So then do I have to re-topo the whole entire thing just to get the folds to work with subdivisions? No, I'm just going to Dynamesh it. Right? So it just depends on how you like to work as well, and I am a little bit more freeform with my planning because I have no plans. That is correct. That is a correct statement. I have very few plans when I start something. So it's all kind of up to you. I just kind of make things that I think feel correct. Feel correct to me. Alright, so that part's done. Let's go to the hat here. I'm going to apply subdivisions on the hat. There's not going to be a lot of folds on this one, it's just back here. No, that's not the fold brush. This is the fold brush. I want to add another subdivision level. It's a lot. This is a pretty intense piece of geometry. Because it has an inside, it's not solid. You can also come in, if you want it to be like really sharp looking, you can come in and pinch. You can pinch stuff. If you wanted it to be really sharp. But usually I would add that kind of thing in creases. I wouldn't add it after I do detailing stuff. Alright. Okay. So I just wanted some folds in the back. I don't really want any folds in the front. It's like, I want it to feel like it's a really structured piece of material. So then we'll go to our leather cloth bit. So I'm going to apply the subdivisions here. Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to split off. I'm going to auto group. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to split off, split hidden. I want to try that thing with the making these a boolean cut and see if I like that. Oops. It looks kind of cool. No, it's fine. This is fine. Alright, this is okay. I need to pull this up a bit. Also need to make these grooves long enough. Or, sorry, not long enough, deep enough so that they, actually, you can see them. Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. I just want to inflate everything a little bit. That's the wrong layer. I want to be on my shoulder layer. And just inflate everything. Alright, now back to this one. We'll apply subdivisions to this. This is just gonna have big, like 1 or 2 big folds down this way. Because I want it to feel like it is leather-y, like it's a thicker piece. I'll divide it one more time. This one I might actually add creases to, because it's definitely I want it to feel like it's a thick thing. Yeah, I can't get away with more geometry on this one. Unless I start to split things off, which I really don't want to do. Oh, okay, no, I could, yeah. I don't know what I was looking at. I think I was looking at the total geometry. This was totally fine to subdivide again. The pinch brush that I'm using is from Shane Olson's set of brushes, which you can get for free if you go to the 3D Character Workshop. I highly recommend. It's great. It's a great workshop. Shane's a cool dude. Classified. Oh, I think I did it backwards, that's why. Okay, we're just not gonna put anything right there. Keeps trying to put stuff here. It's like I don't want anything here, but then at the same time, yeah, it feels better. I'm just kind of being bunched up. Alright, so then we're gonna get to the legs, which pants are like my least favorite thing to add detailing to. Like any sort of fold on legs, ugh, somehow is the worst thing. I would much rather detail literally anything else. Also, before I do anything, I need to stitch these things together. I don't know why my geometry is like this. I'm gonna stitch to midpoint. I'm just gonna get rid of this weird thing that's here. I don't know why there's just like a... I don't know. Problem I have with the pants, though, I think is mostly I want to move the star up. Like, I want this like all the way up here, and it's not. It's like in the... it's where like the hips are. And while this is fine for maybe like a leg or whatever, like on the torso, because I want to say that the torso's like that, or the... what happened to your leg? Well, I'll have to fix that. Yeah, I got stars right here. It works because there's like a bunch of geometry in here. I don't have as much in the legs, which would be like, well, Kana, you can just add geometry to the legs, easy. It's like, no, that's not what I want. I don't want a bunch of geometry. Until I have to subdivide it, but then the geometry that's there I don't like because it's not what I want. It's not what I want. It ends up bunching up and looking weird. Not slide, I want spin. I'm gonna spin these so I have another loop here. I think that's the play for this. It's a temporary fix. I just spun the edge around. Man, that ankle's really bothering me. How did it get like this? Why? How? When? I'm gonna go back into T-pose mesh to fix that because there's too many other things attached to this foot, and I don't know what happened. Is there a superhero landing or something like that? You know, she jumped down off of something and like just shattered her ankle. Yeah, that's probably what. That's probably right. Yeah, that's what happened. Sure did. Okay. So we're going to apply subdivisions to the pants here. And let's just see how it is. We're gonna divide one more time. This puts us at like 400,000 geometry. These kind of pants are really hard to add folds to because they are very structured. So it's hard to do folds and stuff without it looking cluttered. I could get away with maybe not doing any, which I'm considering right now. It's like a lot of manual editing with pants. Just drop it down one. So I can smooth this a little bit better. Okay, yeah, all that stuff that I did that you can't see. That's cool. I love it. Look, but it's fine. I'm gonna move all this up a bit. Make it more bunched up over here. Alright, we're gonna hop into T-pose mesh and fix this broken ankle, cause boy, is it. Boy. It is broken. Sure is. cat didn't do anything to deserve this. I'm gonna come in with the mask poly loop. Alright, let's fix this. Let's fix this. Alright, cool. Now the ankle isn't broken. What about this ankle? While we're here. Are you broken? Can we fix you just by smoothing it? Probably. Fix a lot of things just with a smooth brush. Leave that alone. Okay. So I'm going to apply the T-pose mesh here. We're getting there. Then after this, we just gotta work on her face. So it doesn't look so static. It's still somehow not right. Nope, that's fine. Where did your claws go? Oh, they're there. They're just in the knife. Strange. But I could have swore maybe this was all one poly group. Yeah. Done broke stuff. So confused. Alright, we need to figure out what's happening here with this. I might just rotate this whole thing. Feels like it got moved or something. I don't know when that would have happened though, but that's what it feels like. I must have hit something. I must have did something. Next part is, I forgot I need to actually detail her belt. It just has some light folds in it, so then we're gonna do that. Add some variations here to make it more interesting. Easy. So then the face. I'm going to hide at the face. Yes, hide the face. I'm gonna just move the ears a bit. I'm not sure if I want to. I don't know what I want to do. I think that's a huge thing. I don't know what I want to do with her face. Or the ear holes. I'm gonna smooth all this out, because why not? I do need to close the eye holes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that before I... Because you can't use the Z-Modeler brush once you've added subdivision levels, which is the other downside of subdivisions. Like, I get that at a certain point, it'll probably crash the machine. Like, if you try to do some of the Z-Modeler stuff with, if you try to do some of the Z-Modeler stuff with the, like a bunch of geometry, you're probably gonna have a bad time. Probably gonna have a bad time. Just trying to make easier selections for myself here. You gotta be careful with the lasso tool, because if you select something, it's gonna select all the way behind it as well. I don't know how that got masked, but it did. I don't want to wait. Alright. So I have mouth, jaw. You know what I'm gonna do real quick? I'm gonna cut her head off. There's literally no reason for the body to be here. It is in my way. We're gonna just cut this off. Probably I'll leave the neck area. We don't need any of this. None of it. I'm gonna split hidden, and then I want to close holes here, and we'll crease this. And I'm just gonna, okay. Yeah, sure, there's some shared geometry, whatever. Alright, we'll do the same down here. I'm gonna close holes on it. Easy. So now I can just focus on this. Well, what I can do, more specifically, is just focus on the cat head part. So I'm gonna grab this. Also gonna grab her jaw area. Open up her mouth a bit. Yeah. Okay. I think I might hide her teeth and tongue for now. For now. Really? Why are these 2 points welded together? That's what I want to know. Oh dear. We're gonna split point. And over here. That one doesn't want to calm down, so I'm gonna go into our... What am I looking for? Our smooth brush modifiers in the brush menu. It's like all the way down. My camera's hiding it, but it's called smooth brush modifier. And I can't like scroll it up either because it'll get rid of it. But I'm holding down the shift key and I'm reducing the minimum connections to 1 so that I can freaking smooth this. And I'm also gonna see about deleting why is there just a vertice there? Deleting those. And getting rid of the creases here. Alright, we're gonna do the same over here. I'm gonna delete. Alright, happy quads. I'll add volume back to that later. Like, the dumb thing is, I don't even know if I'm gonna like what I'm about to do. Well, let me duplicate this. I'm gonna undo this a bunch to before I moved her face. And this is just gonna live right here in space until I figure out if I like what I'm doing. So then I'm gonna move her. Oh, it's terrifying. It's kind of the goal. Ridiculous face. Have it. You gotta have the smile reach the eyes, right? It's so scary. I'm kind of just smoothing the area, relaxing it, because it's. I kind of have this like CalArts looking smile thing going on. Alright, I think with, let's get some tooths in here. This is gonna look a little bit less unnatural, more unnatural. Yes. Yes to both. Okay, so then let's suggest this one. This is gonna be interesting to figure out. Who needs bones that... Who needs bones that actually frickin' work? And are rigid? Who even wants that in life? I too prefer jelly bones. Especially my teeth. I love it when my teeth are mushy. That's the best part. No, you can't bite that. This is what they said when you have jelly bones for teeth. You know what I should have done? Hey, 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 hey. Sorry, the cat. Cat doing cat stuff.
looks terrible. Just need to have those baby teeth. Those baby teeth. You know the little baby teeth cats have? Their front rows of teeth are super tiny and cute. They're little baby teeth. I think what I need is a loop here. We need a loop here and here so that I can move stuff more gooder around. Alright, well there might be a part 4 to this video, because I'm gonna have to go here in a second. There's about to be too much noise in the house for me to keep streaming. I don't know if I like this. We're gonna leave on a cliffhanger. We're gonna have to leave on a cliffhanger. Alright, so I don't know if I like any of this, but we might just, since I no longer have proper space to continue my stream, we're probably gonna call it here. And we'll pick it up next week, where we'll finish this character. It sucks, but I have to take care of a few things, and but yeah, so I might come in and actually sculpt the teeth and not use my already made teeth that I normally use when I have the mouth open, just because I think it'll be easier for me to morph the smile into that shape. So we're gonna save that for part 4. Part 4 will probably predominantly be on preparing a model for 3D print. So if that's what you wanted, sorry it took 4 weeks to get to, but you know, it happens. It happens. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe. If you want to see more content, please comment down below what kind of tutorials you might be interested in learning about. And I will see you all next Friday when I go live with part 4.